We have a wonderful little school community located on the northwest side where children were in a traditional model where everyone had the same textbook. Everyone was in a row. Teachers instructed by what was in a teacher's edition. But we knew that wasn't meeting the needs of our children. At BELMONT-CRAGIN, because of our work with Phyllis Lockett, teachers are now seen as learning scientists. It's a place where children have choice with their learning pathways. None of this would have happened without Phyllis's leadership. She is a game changer. She is an education disruptor.
I would describe Phyllis as determined.
Phyllis is a visionary leader and really strong at building relationships.
Positive, upbeat, warm. She's got a lot of courage and fearlessness.
She's charming, she bursts with energy, she has a new idea every moment.
She speaks from the heart and from her heritage, and she proudly shares the value of education in her life.
We grew up right off of King Drive, south side of Chicago. We came from a household where both parents were educators. Phyllis was close to both parents. However, she and Dad were very close over the years. They made each other better.
If there's such thing as a daddy's girl, Phyllis would have been just that. She loved her father. You know, he would call and check up on her all the time. She would call and check up on him, and he was always there for her.
Myself, my sister Julie, and my sister Phyllis, we all attended Chicago Public Schools. Education was very important because this was your way to better yourself.
I really do believe that going through the public school system, having parents as educators, friends as educators, really influenced Phil in terms of what she's doing today.
We first met Phyllis when we were searching for a leader to launch our new charter schools in Chicago. My first impression was, wow. She is the one to lead us in this effort.
Phyllis had done this really transformative work, driving high-performing charter schools.
Charter schools are now about 15% of the student body in Chicago. And during Phyllis's years at New Schools, she had a huge impact on this.
For years, Phyllis spent time and her energy thinking about how to make use of technology to really drive individualized learning. She finally took all that thought, energy, passion, brain power, and with that she created LEAP.
When I first heard the concept of LEAP, the idea of personalized learning was not a topic that was in the circles of educators in the city of Chicago. Now, if you talk to most educators, they're trying to follow the lead of Phyllis.
Phyllis really created LEAP out of a white sheet of paper. There was no existing organization like LEAP. It showed complete leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, fundraising skills, the whole package of what Phyllis is so good at.
Phyllis has initiated a new era of innovation in education by bringing together leading principals and teachers, entrepreneurs, investors, and philanthropists into a pilot network that tests new methods for individualized learning in all of our schools.
One of the beautiful elements of her work is that she takes innovation and introduces it in the places that need it the most. She does it in places that sometimes aren't necessarily welcoming of the change because they're uncertain of the vision for the future, but ultimately they trust her work.
We are delighted to be partnered with Phyllis and LEAP Innovations at our summer institutes, where our Golden Apple Scholars are brought into colleges and universities for intensive training.
Phyllis Lockett and LEAP Innovations have become a significant and important partner to our work with our Golden Apple Scholars, and we couldn't be more honored to celebrate Phyllis and her work tonight.
Phyllis is making Chicago a hub of innovation and having an impact on the nation and eventually the entire world.
The Chan Zuckerberg and the Gates Foundation, and I'm sure many others, have been incredible supporters of the work that LEAP is doing because they see LEAP as a national paradigm.
Being able to meet children where they are, that's learning of the future. And Phyllis is at the very, very forefront of taking what we know now and bringing it into the classrooms of today.
Phil is focused. She knows where she wants to go. If you know her now, just wait for the next 5 years. Phil, I am so proud of you. Thank you for caring about all of our children.
This award just shows how dedicated you've been. It shows the fruits of your labor. The apple belongs to you, my dear.
Thank you for being my shero in education and innovation.
Congratulations, Phyllis. We're incredibly honored to honor you.